presentation on my internship that I've been doing this summer. The company I've been working with is Mountain West Investment. The reason I really pursued an internship with this company is that, well, first off, I really wanted to get experience in the real estate investment field. And this was a really great company, and things just kind of worked out to where this is my wife's hometown in Salem, Oregon. And so we were able to live with my in-laws and just commute to their office every day. Another really good thing is that this company is so influential to the community. They really invest a lot in affordable housing and community centers and senior housing, just to kind of build the community here in Salem. And so it's really good to see a company that has such goodwill. Also, this company's business model is development. So they focus on building and construction, and rather than buying distressed assets and doing value add projects, they build. And so it was a good chance for me to see really in-depth picture of what this type of investment looks like. So the process I took was kind of a unique one. I learned about this company and I had interest, so it all started out with me just emailing the vice president and saying, hey, I have learned a little bit about your company and I'm interested in it. I was hoping you could tell me about opportunities for internships or for even shadows. Just let me know. And so he emailed me back and told me he wasn't sure whether they were going to have an intern this summer or not, but he would let me know. And weeks went by, and so I just kept following up with emails and saying, hey, I'm sure you're probably really busy. I just want to know what your guys' decision is about interns this summer, and if you have a position, and what I can send to you to get to know me as a candidate better. And so that really helped my case, I think, because I showed that I cared. But another thing that helped me out a lot is during this whole span of time, I was studying this company and researching their projects and their business model. And I have a connection in my cousin who is the construction manager for them. And so I would spend a lot of time texting with him, or we had a few phone calls where I would just kind of pick his brain and ask him about the company and what the culture is kind of like, and most importantly, what he could see me doing as an intern there. And finally, I was offered a chance to interview with them, and because I wasn't in the state of Oregon at the time, it would just be a Skype interview. But on the day of the interview, they were having technical difficulties, so it ended up just being a phone interview. And so I thought that would really hurt my chances to be offered the position, but I just tried to make the most of it and be really personable and show my knowledge and background, as well as show a lot of interest in the company and ask questions that I couldn't just find the answer to online. And I think that really helped my case. My cousin told me afterwards that usually they don't even look at candidates who don't have their undergraduate degree already and who are not MBA students. And so they really just kind of, as a courtesy to my cousin, they gave me the opportunity to interview, but they weren't seriously considering me. But they found out that I had experience with Excel, and I guess just the impression I had from my interview made them confident in me, and they offered me the position over the other candidates who, like I said, were MBA candidates and postgraduate students. So that kind of just shows you the power of the experience that you have at BYU Idaho, which leads me to this slide. Without the background I had from B215 and the spreadsheet analysis class, I probably wouldn't have gotten this position. And on top of that, not only did it get me the position, but every single day, literally for hours, 8 to 9 hours a day, I'm working on Microsoft Excel and putting together information into different spreadsheets and um, making equations and making those spreadsheets look presentable. Those are all things that I learned through mini projects and exams in my spreadsheet analysis class. Another class that has been really helpful is B301 Financial Management. Um, and that really helped me because I deal a lot with net present values and internal rate of returns and cash flows in general. And so it really helped me to know what those were beforehand. But on top of that, the experience at BYU Idaho has really taught me just to be proactive and look for ways to add value to um, the organization I'm at. And I think the company's really appreciated that so far. This internship has really helped me as far as my long-term goals because, like I said, I really want to get into this field, and it's not necessarily one that you can just get a degree in or follow a set course, but real estate is really, you just have to get in and you have to start and you have to have the knowledge to make it through, or else you could end up losing your shirt on bad investments. So this has really helped me just get a background. And there's another opportunity that's in Texas with a company that does not only development, but it builds on that with value add projects and dealing with distressed assets. And my brother's actually my connection to that company. And so when they found out that I deal with what I do in this internship for this summer, they're really impressed and they're really interested in seeing if they can bring me on for next summer. So just looking forward, this company is really high quality, and I've made a lot of connections that will benefit me throughout my life. Advice I would give to future interns is kind of based on my experience. I just kind of had interest in this company, and I didn't even know if they had interns, but my first piece of advice is it can't hurt to email. So if you want to go ahead, it can't hurt. And then another thing is, like in my experience, you may not get a reply the next day or even the next week, but that doesn't mean that you can't get the position like I did. You just have to keep reminding them and keep on their mind and show them that you are interested. Another thing that will let them know you're interested is doing research and finding out about the company and their business model, so that when it comes to interview time and when it comes to actually being in the internship, you'll know about it and you'll be able to hit the ground running. You'll be able to ask the right questions and impress your employer or your supervisor. And the last thing I would tell you is just work hard, because you're going to make mistakes and you're going to not know what you're doing a lot of the time, like I do almost daily. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be timid or you have to be sure of yourself before you get your hands dirty with the work. Just work hard and get yourself noticed because of your work ethic. And that's definitely been my experience so far. So I hope this was helpful. This is my presentation on my internship. Thank you.